So you're thinking about moving to Bend, Oregon, and you want to be in an area that it's in close proximity to absolutely everything. Well, look no further than the River West subdivision here, just to the west side of the Deschutes River. That's what we're going to be touring today on our little tour here. So if this sounds like a video for you, then stick around. We're going to be getting after this right now.
If this is your first time on the channel and you'd like to know everything there is to know about living, eating, sleeping, playing, the good and the bad, Bend, Oregon, all of Central Oregon, subscribe to the channel, tap the bell for notifications so you can be the first to know about current market conditions here in Bend. My name is Zach Nutter. This is Ryan Rudloff. We're both licensed realtors with eXp Realty in the state of Oregon. We get calls, texts, emails every day from people just like you looking to make a smooth move here to Bend, Oregon. So whether you're looking to move in 9 days or 90 days, give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, or schedule a Zoom call. We'd love to meet with you, learn all about your needs, and help you make a move here to Bend.
So with that being said, we are walking right now. We're cruising down the sidewalk in River West neighborhood here. We're just to the west side of the Deschutes River. This is a historic neighborhood here. These homes have been here for 50, 60, 70, maybe even longer.
Some of them 100 years.
80 years, 90 years, 100 years. It's been one of the historic and primary areas where people have lived in Bend for as long as Bend has been incorporated. So we are cruising through. It's in close proximity to just about everything that Bend has to offer. When people come to visit this area, this Central Oregon area, and primarily Bend, they want to experience what it's like to live in Bend while they're here. And look no further than where we're at right here. We're panning around right now. We're going by the Deschutes River. It's right to our right, just a couple hundred feet. We'll be walking by a very historic park here. It's called Harmon Park, and the kids will like to refer to it as the boat park because there is an old historic boat that is a primary attraction in the park here. But the homes,
I used to call it the boat park when I was a kid.
It is the boat park indeed. We'll see if we can grab a quick glimpse of it right over here as we continue our walk. But the homes here, again, close proximity to everything. We're right in between Galveston Avenue and Newport Avenue, and those are two primary commercial zoned roads that are on the west side of town. There's restaurants, there's shops, there's all kinds of amenities that you can enjoy, and then in between are the homes here. So the homeowners that live here love the fact that they are in such close proximity to whatever Bend has to offer. If you want to float the river, if you want to go downtown, if you want to get to the Old Mill District, it's just a short trip to those areas that we are talking about right now. These homes here, like we talked about, they're old, historic. A lot of them have been renovated over the course of time. A lot of them have just been left the way they are as is. But the point is that there is so much unique architecture here and so much unique infrastructure right in this little pocket of Bend.
One of the very little known facts is, so Bend's built on bedrock, so very hard ground for the most part. You go 15 minutes down to Sun River, 30 minutes to La Pine, it's a very sandy soil, but here you get below the surface and you're hard rock, you're in lava rock, all kinds of really hard rock here. It's a lot of blasting and stuff when they're building houses. But for some reason here in the older side of town, you get a lot of basements. This is really the only side of town that has true basement living. Not in every house, but a lot of them have basements in them, which are completely unique to Bend. So if basements are something you're into, this is a great side of town for that. The other thing I wanted to point out, so here in Harmon Park, they've got a couple of softball fields, all kinds of activities that go on here all the time. We were having dinner at the lot the other night, and these two teams came in. One had like tie-dye shirts on, the other another themed, I can't remember what it was, but I figured it was a softball deal. Nope, there was a kickball game that night. They played kickball here in Harmon Park, walked over to the lot, had dinner. It was really, really cool. There's just so much that goes on here in the west side of Bend. Lots of activities, everything's in real close, tight proximity, as opposed to other parts of town where things are spread out a little bit more. So if you like a little bit more space, east side's probably a little bit better for you. But if you like the ability to be really quick to restaurants, shopping, everything else, the west side is definitely where you want to be.
That is absolutely a fact here. We're walking on the sidewalk here. We're going to be approaching the footbridge that crosses the Deschutes River into Drake Park. That is the gateway to the downtown corridor. And there are dozens of fantastic restaurants, fantastic shops. It is really a popular area to go frequent, especially in the summertime, but frankly, any time of the year. We're coming up on the first of the month here. First Friday is an event that happens downtown every single first Friday of new months. And we are approaching that here. And there are hundreds, if not thousands, of people that are frequenting the area. They come over here, they go to the restaurants over here, they go to the shops over here, they cross the footbridge that we're approaching right now. But this just gives you guys a feel for what the ability to navigate areas are in this area of town. Point A to point B, it's so close in proximity. Everything is connected together, and that's one of the unique features of this pocket of Bend.
So we are approaching Pageant Park. So it's funny, there's two parks side by side. This is a really small little historic area. Leads to the footbridge that takes you right over back into Drake Park. We got a great video on Drake Park. If you haven't seen it yet, check out the channel. There's a great video about kind of the central park hub in Drake Park. But this little footbridge will connect the west side of town, where we are now, to the east side, as Ryan says. But the real change is Highway 97. But some locals will say that the river is the change. So as we walk by, we may see the white swan. I haven't seen them in years, but there used to be this white swan that would float the river all the time. The other thing that we used to have, long before we were around, but it was like a float pageant that would come through during the summertime, and they'd have these floats that floated down the river. There's just so much history in this little town. Love it. We both had the opportunity to grow up here. It's a wonderful place to have that opportunity, right? To grow up.
Without a doubt.
Amazing people. And you've got views everywhere. You see the mountains pretty much everywhere you go. And then just having this body of water that runs right through your town.
We've got Mirror Pond. We're on the footbridge right now. You can see if we pan around, this is the Deschutes River. It goes right through the center of Bend. Straight ahead is going to be the Drake Park, the historic Drake Park, like Zach talked about. We have a video on that. Be sure to check it out if you haven't seen it yet. But if we look behind me here, these are old historic homes right on the river, and they are absolute gems. These things rarely come onto the market. Sometimes they do, but typically they are passed down from generation to generation, because frankly, how often is there going to be new real estate developed on the river itself? We're getting that. It's a little bit further upstream, but right here in the center of Bend is where everything is happening all the time. So hopefully this gives you guys a feel for the River West subdivision, just a taste of what it's all about. We are on the other side of that river now. We just walked through the neighborhood, gave you guys a feel for what Harmon Park's all about. We are wrapping up the video in Drake Park. So just a few minutes from point A to point B. Again, everything is connected in the downtown area. We're so glad you guys are here watching these videos. If you haven't yet liked the video, please do so. Subscribe to the channel, drop a comment in the comment section below. What else should we cover? And as always, thank you for subscribing and being a supporter of the channel. If it's your time to reach out, please do so. Call us, text us, email, set up a Zoom meeting. We want to be the service provider for you as it relates to your real estate needs. But it starts with you guys reaching out to us. So thanks again for watching. We'll see you guys on the next video.
See you guys soon.